Those are all bulldozers modified from tanks by the Americans. They intend to level every fortification and bunker on the 188th Division's positions, leaving our soldiers with nowhere to take cover. Hua, go. Report to the command. Tell them to open fire. 1-to-1 barrage from large caliber heavy artillery would solve everything. Why don't you go then? The 188th has no shells, and possible the enemy is bombing supplies can't get through. Every shell is worth a life. The 288th Division has to hold the line at all costs.
Let's face the bird. I am吴本正, as a weapons expert who returned from overseas. I'm used to viewing war through theory. Data is everything. I love my country deeply. And because of that, I must face war with greater rationality, national income comparisons, the gap in steel production, the disparity in artillery numbers. These figures show 100-fold difference in industrial power. Waging war with such a gap will only lead to catastrophic casualties. The odds of winning are slim to none, pitting rifles against planes and tanks. It's like a 3-year-old challenging a professional boxer.
Why is not fought only on the ground? Air supremacy is the deciding factor for success on the battlefield. Most carrier-based aircraft can take off hundreds of kilometers away, and after completing their strikes on ground targets, they can fly back in time for afternoon tea. This is what modern warfare looks like.
Mr. Wu, then why did you return to China?
My answer was firm.
Dedicate my lifelong learning to securing lasting peace for my country. Mr. Wu.
Looking at the present, where is this peace you speak of going to come from? As of today, Wu's forces are massing near the 38th parallel. Once the 38th parallel is breached, Pyongyang will likely fall. Pyongyang is just 160 kilometers as the crow flies from the Yalu River. How long would it take for U.S. armored units to reach the Chinese border? They would arrive in half a day. If that were to happen, our entire border region would be completely exposed to enemy fire. The Northeast, our nation's only heavy industrial base, would be right under their wings. It would all be over in an instant.
You're right. But it's only a hypothesis.
Was it a hypothesis when they bombed and killed our civilians? Their warships are blockading the Taiwan Strait. Is preventing China's reunification just a hypothesis? If the hope for peace rests solely on the hope that the enemy won't fire, can that even be called hope?
You still haven't answered my question. On what grounds do you believe you can win a war against the U.S. military? Mr. Wu, because only through victory.
Can the Chinese people survive? It was only then that I truly understood we have no retreat only by fighting bravely. Can the Chinese people find a path to survival in this life and death struggle? Premier Zhou led us on a mission to the Soviet Union. We entered the Kharkiv tank factory with the war imminent. We had to secure the support of our Soviet big brother. Gazing at those formidable new tanks, my eyes were filled with envy and longing. I firmly believed that one day China would build tanks of its own. Before Stalin, Premier Zhou clearly stated our requirements, but Stalin was reluctant to assist, even viewing our resistance as an exercise in futility. He claimed they needed 3 months to prepare, but our battle plans could not wait. Chairman Mao acted decisively, ordering a cable to Premier Zhou. Even without Soviet support, China sent its troops regardless.
Our forces prepared to cross the Yalu River, resist U.S. aggression, and aid Korea defend our homeland.
Though I didn't support sending troops at first, but seeing my country under threat, with the invaders' iron heels closing in, I could not just stand by. I resolutely joined the ranks of the volunteers, working on weapon assessment to collect combat data. I went to the front lines where the soldiers greeted me with applause. Their passion deeply moved me. I then asked them to share any shortcomings of these weapons, because only by understanding their real flaws could I truly improve them.